We're standing here on the second floor at the EE Partners Showcase with Brad, who's the original creator of the Fancy Pants Adventure, and now you're bringing it to PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade, and you're really sprucing it up.
Right. So we've added so much to the game. We're working with Over the Top Games, who's an incredible indie company, and really the game is just so much bigger. We're showing off 4-player now, which we couldn't do in Flash. We have so much content, and it's just so many ways to play, so many different modes, and we're trying to show off a small bit of that today.
So for someone who is not familiar with the Fancy Pants and all of that, could you give us like a brief outlook of what kind of game it is?
So it's a platformer. We focus a lot on the movement of the characters and the momentum. Very big focus on the animation and how the game really feels playing. And that really lends itself well to having 4 people at once, interacting with each other, and running around, even competing with each other. We have a really deep movement system, so a lot of different ways to race through a level. And with 4-player, you can finally prove who's the fanciest.
And the art style is very particular as well. Can you tell us a little bit about what went into art style and the philosophy behind it?
So the character, it's funny, I actually started drawing just like as a flipbook style. I've always been interested in animating. And when I drew him kind of running back and forth, I had this, this feeling that I didn't think was really accurately represented in video games. And so what started as just a really quick animation of character running around and just hopping about, I started adding code to that, and it was really just a hobby of mine to kind of make this feel, like my game, I guess. I wanted to really personalize just how the character looked and felt. And it just went from there with always the focus on the character and how the character moved. And I just kept redoing the animations until they looked better and better, and I love how they look today. I'm very proud of them. And really just the core of the game is the movement and how the character moves and looks.
Could you tell us the story behind the name of the game?
It's not really, it's pretty random. I think my cousin was making fun of one of his buddies that had some shiny pants, and I thought it sounded kind of like a superhero. It's aren't you Fancy Pants Man over there? And we're like, yeah, that'd be the best superhero ever. Didn't really do anything, but it has some goofy pants. And when I was drawing my first stick figure on a computer, I decided that stick figures look kind of weird without pants, so I should give the little guy some pants. And later on, thought he can, have some hair to go with the pants. Didn't look so good bald, so that's how that little guy came about.
And I understand there's a lot of customization in the game as well that you've added.
Right, so I guess we're branching off a bit. I've always thought it was my character, and I still have a few hats that I like to put when I'm playing. But we're giving players a lot more options this time, and textured pants is one of the most requested features. And now that we have all the power behind the systems, we can finally do that. You get different hats on every player. So I want people to. It's funny. So I get a lot of fans that really seem to connect with the character. I get a lot of fan art. People really love the style and really feel like I guess it ends up being a very personal thing. So I wanted to really open that up and let players express themselves through the character himself. And so we just have an absolute ton of hats, a ton of pants, a lot of textured pants that look really cool for the first time ever. And we have a really deep reward system, especially when you're playing with all your friends, earning hats and earning pants. So it's a reason to be the one with the most squiggles at the end of the level and really compete with your friends.
So there's a bit of competitive edge to the cooperative experience?
Absolutely. We want to give players the freedom to play how they want to play. So you can slide into each other, you can be a jerk, you can take people's squiggles, or you can work together. And I think really depending on how many people are playing, so if you have 2 people, you're going to see a lot more cooperative experience. If you have 4 people, you're going to see a lot more someone just rolling past 3 guys and laughing about it. But we really wanted to give the players so much freedom that they can play the game how they want to play. And I think we're going to see a lot of gameplay. We're going to see a very fluid social dynamic emerging as people are playing. And depending on what's going on in the game, they can really express themselves through the movement. And I think that's just a great thing about having, personalization and just such a deep movement system.
Looking forward to playing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.